I used to struggle, not with hearing God, but with acknowledging to others that I had heard from God. I would walk into church and pick that someone is sick or has a demon or something like that, but I would never say it. I always thought to myself, what if I am wrong? What if this is just me thinking and not God? Later, the pastor or someone would say what I was thinking. A friend of mine helped me with this problem. This is what he told me. Just say what you think God has said. It doesn't matter if you turn out to be wrong as long as you know in your heart that you had no ulterior motive, but you genuinely thought it was God. That last part is important, and unfortunately, no one can teach you that. If I am to sum it up, I would say that the key is being true to self. However, there are two steps to the above simplified statement that says just say it as long as 1. Know your inner voice. Think of it this way. Even though some people might sound similar, no two voices are ever the same. You can recognize someone by their voice just as much as by their looks and fingerprints. This is true of outward voices as it is of inner voices. Your inner voice, or thinking voice, or feeling voice, whatever you may call it, is unique to you. Not recognizing your inner voice is the same as looking in a mirror and not recognizing your face. So take time, sit in complete silence, and listen to yourself think. Keep doing this, even for a day or weeks, until you're certain you know how your inner voice sounds. 2. Know God's voice. When you get to the point where you know how your inner voice sounds, it is time to move on to the next step, which is knowing God's voice. When you know how your inner voice sounds, you will know when a voice you're hearing is not yours. When you're able to do this, then just like the exercise you did above, take time, sit in complete silence, and speak and listen to God. Keep doing this, even for a day or weeks, until you're certain you know how to sift through your inner voice, every other voice in your head, and the voice of God. And since God is your heavenly Father, not recognizing his voice is the same as speaking to your earthly father and not recognizing his voice. And let me repeat here again. The key is being true to self. With practice and with time, you'll begin to know your inner voice. And with practice and with time, if you're being true to self, you'll begin to know God's voice. Here is a little story. A couple of years ago, there was a girl from our church whom I used to have weekly prayers with on a Wednesday. One Wednesday, I went to her house, as usual. She had invited a woman who had started renting their back room that Monday. As we prayed, a thought just came to me saying, pray for her. After a while of struggling with this thought, I gave in and I asked God, what should I pray for? Again, just a simple thought, the story of Hannah came to my head. So I mustered all the courage I could and I said, we don't know each other, but I don't know. I used to always say, I don't know, but I feel like I should pray for you if you don't mind. She said it was fine. I continued and said, I don't know, but Hannah just keeps coming to me in her prayer for a child. As soon as I said that, she started crying uncontrollably. She kept crying and couldn't talk. It was the girl from our church who then told me that on Sunday, 3 days before that day, she had had a miscarriage. In the previous year, around the same time, she had had another miscarriage. She had no children and desperately wanted a child. I prayed for her, and the rest is history. Please do me a favor. Start paying attention to the thoughts that cross your mind, the feelings you have. Oftentimes, God is not dramatic. You won't see flashes of lightning or an angel that comes and gives you a message from God. A lot of the time, God speaks with a still, small voice. He whispers in your ears or your heart.